Welcome to People and Entertainment Weekly's Red Carpet Live. I'm Patrick Gomez.
And I'm Janine Rubenstein. We are here at the Shrine Auditorium in Los Angeles, just 2 hours away from the 31st Annual Screen Actors Guild Awards. They'll be streaming live on Netflix at 8 p.m. Eastern, celebrating the outstanding film and TV performances of the last year.
Now, tonight's show will be hosted by Kristen Bell, and fun fact, she was actually the SAG Awards' first ever host back in 2018, and tonight she's here nominated, which is fantastic. We love her in Nobody Wants This.
Nobody wants it, everybody wants this, okay? Tonight, People is joining forces with Audi to host the Post-Awards Gala, which will honor the SAG-AFTRA Foundation's philanthropic efforts.
Yes, and joining us down the carpet are my Entertainment Weekly cohort, Gerrad Hall, and Real Housewives of Salt Lake City star Bronwyn Newport. How are you two doing down there?
Hi.
We're great. We can see it. You're there. You are. You're right down there. I can see you guys.
Very close.
Yes. Happy SAG Awards. We are doing fantastic down here. So excited to have Bronwyn here this year. As you can tell from this very fabulous look she has on. We'll talk about it later, but she'll be our fashion expert extraordinaire all night long. But first question of the evening from me goes to you, Bronwyn. Any predictions for trends we might see this year?
Yes. Okay, so this award season we've seen a lot of dramatic sleeves. I'm expecting to see some tonight.
Okay.
I also think we've seen a lot of metallic fabric, so I'm looking forward for that always. It always feels fancy, very evening.
Love how it catches the light. It's sparkly.
It's starry, of course.
It sure is.
And I'm expecting to see a lot of cinched waist. We're seeing a big comeback with corsets, peplums, so I'm excited for any and all of it.
All right, we are going to keep an eye out for all of that. But right now, look, this carpet is already underway. Folks are already here, and right now, Patrick and Janine already have someone to talk to. So I'll toss it back to the two of you.
Of course, we're here with Hiroyuki Sanada from Shogun. How are you doing? Happy SAG?
Oh my goodness, it's like a dream. You know, nomination itself is so happy and honored. So nice to be here.
Yeah. A long dream. I was saying I got to see Shogun and we got to see it awarded so much already. How does it feel? Does this feel like the tail end?
You know, after a long journey, we didn't know what kind of thing happening at the end. And so happy to, you know, recognition.
Absolutely.
What are your feelings? Because the fact that the award shows have embraced international productions and productions in different languages. How does it feel special to you that this has been so embraced here in America? That's, you know, not that long ago it would have been very foreign for them to watch something that needed subtitles or was in different language.
Yeah, it was a great experience to introduce our culture to the world, and especially 70% Japanese with subtitles. But people changed, I believe. Good way, of course. People love to watch the show with subtitles nowadays. That helped our Shogun a lot.
So much so. And then I have to talk about your moves. Oh my goodness, you are known world over for just your ability to bring all of that physicality to life on screen. How long did you work on that? When did you start working on those skills?
I started as a child actor when I was 5 years old. I was a very, small and weak boy.
Aw.
So when I watched the Hollywood movies, a lot of great actors doing own stunts or dancing, singing, everything by themselves. That's why I decided to start training, horseback riding, martial arts, dancing, Japanese traditional things.
Yeah.
When I was 13. So since then, I just kept doing acting, learning.
Yeah. Don't mess with Hiroyuki, I'm just saying.
Well, we are such fans of the show. So happy to see it continue to be celebrated. We hope you have a fantastic SAG Awards.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Oh, big fan.
Absolutely.
I love it.
It's starting out strong, guys.
Yeah. In fact, next up we have Lukita Maxwell from Shrinking, one of my favorite shows. Hi there. How are you?
How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
I'm good. I have to admit, I was a little late to the Shrinking party, so I just binged.
Yeah.
So it is very fresh of mind, and just congratulations on being a part of a fantastic ensemble cast.
Thank you. I'm incredibly lucky, and I can't even believe I get to call this my job, my work, getting to work with such legends that care so much about their acting, but also just like being such warm, wonderful people, and I feel so welcomed in the Shrinking family. Yeah.
I want to talk more about Shrinking in a second, but you mentioned Harrison, who is in the #1 movie right now as a Red Hulk.
Yeah.
Have you seen him as the Hulk yet?
Admittedly, no, I haven't. I've got to maybe put together a crew of friends and do a screening of that or something, but no, not yet.
I love it. Well, you got it.
Back to Shrinking, when you got that script in your hand, what pulled you? What was the thing that you were like, okay, agent, I got to do this?
Oh my God, I feel like anybody that you ask this question to will say the writing. The writing just was so alive off of the page, and Alice, the character, had so many layers and was a young woman going through grief and processing her own coming of age, and I don't know, I just was very excited. I didn't think that I would get the opportunity to have a job when I auditioned for it, but I got the job, thank God, and yeah, it's absolutely changed my life, and I've learned so much.
You're here at the SAG Awards, I mean.
Obviously, I think season 2 catapulted this show into an even bigger spotlight, and now we have season 3 to look forward to. Have you all been talking about it? Are you in production? Where are we in that?
We just started shooting a couple weeks ago, so it's fresh, top of mind for me as well. I'm very, very excited, back on the shooting grind, and yeah, we're shooting in LA. I love shooting in LA. I love that productions are staying here and continuing productions in the city, and yeah, it's a beautiful Pasadena show, and we're gonna keep it that way.
Local, keeping it local.
Yeah.
And to be literal, you are not shrinking. You look voluminous and fabulous in this dress. It's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy your SAG Awards.
Thank you so much.
Have a great one.
Thanks, and thanks for shouting out Pasadena. We are hot and festive. Jackie Tone,
Jackie,
Nobody Wants It. Hello. No, not making it weird. You're making it better.
You are not making it weird at all.
I was told that it was supposed to be a clean exchange.
You did it so clean.
So before you invited me, I was like, hi guys. Jackie, relax.
And in trance. I love it.
I have nothing but an entrance to offer, honestly. Hi guys.
Hi.
Who do I look at?
Oh, okay, so look at me.
Yeah, Janine, I mean, I like the show, but Janine is a super fan, so.
Oh my goodness, favorite.
I'll just be the
Excuse me.
Favorite comedy of the year, okay? Rom-coms are back, as I told your co-star not too long ago.
Who was up here?
Oh my goodness.
Tim, my husband?
No, not
Justine?
Justine.
Ah,
It's
the best,
Justine
of course.
looking fabulous. But when you think about this script, when you got it in your hands, when did you call the agent? When did you say yes?
I love this question so much because it assumes that I'm so successful that I get a script and then call my agent. Like, what actually happened was my agent got an audition for me for the Rebecca role, for the Adam Brody's ex role.
Yeah.
And it was like perfect Jewish girl, very sweet and da-da-da. And I was like, well, I can pretend. I'm a good Jewish girl, but I'm like loud. And so I was like, what other parts are there? And then Kristen actually told me about the Esther role, which was the sister-in-law, and then I ended up just auditioning for that, and I fully just got the show based on a series of auditions.
Killed it.
And then I called my agent and said, get me more scripts. I book roles or something. I don't know.
Yeah, just give me different scripts. It'll be for one role, I'll get the other role, and I'll figure out the one that works. Although I read Julia Roberts did that with America's Sweetheart. They wanted her to play the Catherine Zeta-Jones role, and she sent the script back with a Post-it note, and because it had the character's name on it, she crossed it out with the other character's name. So look at you and Julia.
I have been told that I am exactly like Julia Roberts many times before now, so it's never happened.
When you are sitting there, it's Kristen Bell, it's you, it's Justine. What was the energy like? Because it's so funny on camera, and I was like, that has to be a kick-butt green room.
Well, there is not famously, a text thread that pops off every single day between the entire cast. We just love each other. And I don't know. I wonder if when people are watching this, they're like, really? There's no bees? And it's like, no. Everybody is delicious, supportive, and helping each other with their scenes when they don't need to. It's just like really a family, and we're so lucky because obviously the chances that you'll be on a show with people that aren't necessarily your people, even if you like them, they're not like your. But like, I just passed Tim and his wife, and the Squeezes. I love them so much, and so it's really we're so lucky.
You can feel it on the show.
We love each other.
I love it.
Well, we're big fans. We can't wait for more and more of you, your character, more of your character in season 2.
Yes, but neither can my mother. Thank you so much.
What's like one quick thing that you're hoping they put in that script for you for season 2?
Well, I know, so I can't say, but I know a lot of stuff. But what I am really excited about for season 2 is, Esther was very stiff season 1 and and I think she realizes by the end of season 1 when with her daughter's bat mitzvah, she's like, everyone else is having more fun. What am I doing? And I think in season 2 we're going to get to see Esther have a little more fun.
You were being loyal.
Yeah.
Being loyal.
Well, I hope you have fun tonight. It's such a pleasure.
Have a great night.
Did I never forget my weird, terrible entrance?
No, never. We'll just make the exit just as weird and terrible, and then it's Kristen Milioti. You can do.
Milioti. This is a hot switch right here.
Just wait, and then we'll hug.
Yes.
Oh my God, I almost See you in a little. Have fun with both people and entertainment. Hey, thanks.
Yeah, Kristen Milioti from The Penguin, one of my favorite shows of the year.
Oh, thank you so much. I so appreciate that.
What I love is we've gotten to see you do super fun broad comedy. We've gotten to see you do sci-fi drama, and then we get to see you go real dark. What was it like to? I mean, do you feel like this is maybe like the darkest role you had? Like you had to go deep.
I think it's the darkest one that people have seen.
Okay.
I think I've done stuff like this before, but nobody saw it. So
now you're gonna make people look for your deep cuts.
Yeah. Oh my God! Don't look too hard for those deep cuts. By the way, but it was just truly like a dream come true. By the time of my life.
Yeah. You talked about taking real swings and being a little nervous about just putting it all out there. I mean, I remember walking in the house when my husband was watching the finale before. Like I told him he could, and I'm like, what? And you're in the chair, and like Colin's right there, and it's just, oh my goodness. So, what was a swing? What was a moment where you were like, is this gonna translate on camera?
I would say the entire thing was like every day I was going home and texting the people in my life and being like, I think I might be about to like really embarrass myself. But that's also just acting. I think acting is like intrinsically kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. You got to be good with it.
Yeah. So
they've talked about loving you in your character, and we know the DC. Is there anything you can share in terms of what you would love to see in a continuation of your story?
I would love to. I mean, I would play Sophia forever. I love this character so much. I haven't heard anything yet. I'm like, I want that, but it would be a dream. It would be great.
We want it for you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy your
amazing.
evening. Yes, you look fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes. Lovely. We'll make sure you get down.
Yes. Oh, it's stunning.
All right.
Jewel tones are doing it tonight.
The jewel tones are in.
A fabulous Luke Newton.
Hi there. How's it going?
Good to see you. Hi. How are you?
Very well.
You look amazing.
Thank you. This is great.
Wow.
This is exciting, isn't it? Look at it.
It's very exciting. SAG Awards, you guys have been nominated before, been here before, but what does it feel like after just another season? It's like, will they miss?
I know.
Bridgerton, will it miss?
You know,
No.
the last time we were nominated, we were all on Zoom. So this is the first time we actually get to see it in person. So
great.
this is so cool. I saw all the cast last night because we got, the ensemble nomination. So we're all here together. So yeah, it's so exciting.
It's so good.
Yeah,
Your show's
love
so
it.
good. I can't stop.
And had it been a while since you'd seen each other, or are you just all making the field trip over here?
Yeah, a little while. I mean, obviously we're shooting season 4 at the moment, so there's a lot of people that I've seen on a daily basis, but everyone from last season that we haven't seen this year was back, and it was weird seeing them on like a rooftop in the middle of LA, because we're just not, that's not our space. We're in a little studio in West London, so it was nice to see everyone, with the nice weather as well.
What is it like returning, because it is a show and a lot of the cast and I'm sure the crew and stuff is the same, but it's also, as you mentioned, there's some people that go and then come.
Yeah.
So what's it like returning for season 4, and also what can you tell us about season 4?
Oh, I'm going to be careful with the second half of that, but I think I've really enjoyed coming back this season. Nick and I, we get to sort of dip our toes in and out of the show and kind of like show this new version of their relationship. But I'm most excited about the new love story that we focused on. It's just been so beautiful seeing their sort of develop their relationship from nothing. So yeah, it's great. It's really exciting, yeah.
I'm going to go back to season 3 though, because woo! My goodness. When you think about everything that's happened, that huge transformation for your character, and then how it took off, like, how do you encapsulate that in the year that you had?
Just wild. It really was wild. I've been thinking about it so much recently because, coming back to LA, the last time I was here was when I was promoting the show. So yeah, it's been like a real full circle moment, and yeah, I mean, it will always be so special, especially to Nick and I this season. Like, the fans' reaction to our season was just incredible, and we're so grateful for that. So, yeah.
You have more bodyguards now, right?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Yes.
Janine and I will sign up for that job.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Well, enjoy yourself tonight. Have a
Thanks
pleasure
so much.
in the party afterwards as well.
Amazing.
Have the best time.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Another show that I'm a huge fan of, but another one is Abbott Elementary,
Hi,
and we've got Lisa and Walter.
Lisa and Walter.
Hi, you
How
guys.
are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm excited. I'm here with my SAG brethren.
Yes.
And sistren. Does that work?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just bring me joy every time you walk up here, so I'm just happy to see you.
Thank you, gorgeous, and you're royal in purple.
Thank you.
So I have to congratulate your show's characters on a Super Bowl win.
Go Birds.
Has there been
very happy.
Has there been any talk about how to maybe acknowledge that on the show yet?
We may already have.
Ooh.
I'm not allowed to tell you how, but I did a personal visual shout out that as soon as you see it, you'll know what I mean. And that was totally me, and actually Alicia, who is the news person on ABC7 in Philly, sent me some gear, so you'll know it when you see it.
Look, I was out there for Super Bowl, and Eagles fans, they can get a bad rap, but then when you say, but Abbott Elementary, and everyone's like, yeah.
But not only that, they are aggressive, but that's Philly.
That's
like,
Philly.
if you can't hang with it, get out. Right, Philly? That's right, they know.
They know.
You all recently did a science fair episode where the teachers end up getting more competitive than the students. Do you all do like staff game nights? Like is that competition something that was like stemming from real life there?
Personally, I'm extremely competitive. I used to play with my best friend Elaine Hendricks at her game night, and I got so bad that she told me I wouldn't be invited back unless I cooled it. And so I know that Quinta has hosted some, she actually, it wasn't her game night, it was Questlove's game night, and I wasn't invited. My feelings were very hurt. So if you're listening, Quinta,
or Quest,
where's my camera? Don't. I need to be invited to the next one. You know I like to win. Come on.
Maybe that's why. Maybe she's scared.
No, I'll be going her team. I'm like your Jeopardy go-to girl.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, I got to speak with Shirley Ralph not too long ago. We did a cover story with her. She's so amazing, and she gave such inspiring words about how, look, if you don't make it at 30, if you don't make it at 40, if you don't make it at 50, you can be living your best life at 60. I know that resonates because this is a show that has really pulled together all generations. Yes. How does that land with you?
Well, I told her yesterday, which was our last day shooting on the lot. So we gave each other little wrap gifts, and I wrote her a letter that said, thank you for believing in me and seeing things in me that I don't even see in myself. And she was like, girl, like what? And I said, like everything you talk about every day. Honestly, she has been, since the day one of the show, so supportive, but beyond supportive. Like, she actually will not hear me speak bad about myself. And so it's been an ongoing process with her, like, dragging me and my self-esteem up. But Janelle said something really interesting at the beginning of the season. I made some funny self-deprecating remark, and Janelle said, girl, that was cute season 1. Oh. We don't do that anymore. And I was like, okay.
That's beneath your pay grade now. You're good.
I almost wore a tiara today.
I mean, it would have matched. The earrings are lovely. The necklace is lovely. It would have matched.
Thank you very much.
Latest biggest splurge, I want to know. Well, how did you treat yourself recently?
I bought a house.
There you go.
I'm finally able to buy a house in Los Angeles because of season 4 money. So I'm very grateful, very grateful.
What was the
That was what I wrote to Quinta in my letter to her, which was very simple. Thank you for my house.
Thank you for my house.
What was essential for you when you were looking? Was it like the kitchen's got to be this or the bathroom's got to have that?
No, your girl's Sicilian in real life, and I cook. I love to cook. So as everyone knows, the kitchen is the heart of the home. And this house was lovely. It had beautiful things about it. But what really sold me was I walked into this kitchen. It had a giant professional stove. It was so pretty. I felt like I was in a European cottage. You know how when you're on your algorithm and you're feeling like, maybe I could just move to a castle. Maybe there's this castle for $100,000 euro.
Every other day, girl.
Paris. And then they still keep sending you stuff. This looked like a kitchen in one of those places. And I went, I'm home.
I'm home.
Yeah.
Well, we have somebody who has another question for you. Chris Perfetti is actually down at our other station, and he wanted to see what's going on.
Yes, EW's newest correspondent has a question for Miss Lisa Ann Walter.
What's for dinner when this is all over?
He wants to know what's for dinner when this is all over.
See? I made chicken marsala.
Chicken marsala.
Yeah, you come over.
Can we open up this invite?
Wait,
please?
can we all come over?
How much can you make?
How quickly?
Gerrad went in on this too.
Yeah,
all right,
please. Yes.
You know I made enough for 15 people.
Made enough for 15, she says. Of course. Well, we appreciate it. Thank you for the invite. Well, yeah.
And you look great, Chris.
Yes, you do. I already said who it is. Chris Perfetti, also from Abbott Elementary. Have you wrapped on this current season? Is it done yet?
We are mere moments away. We've just dipped our toe into the finale, and this time next week it will all be in the rearview mirror.
Oh boy. Well, last season finale, we were kind of left on that cliffhanger of did they really kiss? What happened? Is there a similar moment this year? A big cliffhanger on Abbott Elementary?
I mean, tune in and find out. Look, I have learned a long time ago not to think I know where it's going. You know, Quinta Brunson has taught us that it's always going to go out with a bang. And I would say this year is no exception. I'm so excited for people to see the last few episodes of this season. I think it's the best one we've done. I think it's really just built to this, last episode. And so I'm so proud of it. And it's amazing to be here, while we're wrapping things up. It feels appropriate and nice and humbling and yeah.
Well, you guys won the Ensemble Award. It was for the first season, correct? I remember being at the after party, and Janelle James had to run inside, and I was there, and she's like, "Will you babysit this for me quickly?" So I did a whole photo shoot with Janelle's SAG statuette that night. So if you guys win and I see you later, I would like a repeat if we can figure that out.
That's easy. I mean,
all right.
Done.
Yeah. But what do you recall about that first SAG that year and that win?
It was so surreal. I mean, we built the show in the pandemic. It came out and we were immediately thrust into this. There was sort of this tsunami of love, much like you hear behind me. And so my head was spinning a bit and I was really kind of scared. I didn't know what it meant to be a part of something like that. And now I'm just a bit jaded. No, I'm not. Now it feels way more fun. This is truly a celebration of what we're doing.
Love it.
And I get to see so many people that I love, and so that feels like forever ago and yesterday.
Yeah.
I heard you talking a lot about fun, and I would say your outfit tonight is fun is one adjective for it. Tell me a little bit about how you picked this look.
Thank you. This is Willie Chavarria. He's an artist that I'm so impressed by. I think he's the king of New York. I've always been interested in what he's doing. I think he's always been ahead of the curve. And I think his work is beautiful, so I'm honored to wear it.
You wear it well. It's beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Chris, it's always a pleasure. Thanks so much for joining us. And good luck tonight.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, all right, thanks. Take care. All right, Patrick and Janine, back to you.
I love Abbott. I'm so glad that they got to chat with him. I'm a little jealous, actually. But we're getting some pretty good sightings here. We just saw Millie Bobby Brown.
Over our shoulders.
Oh yeah, Millie Bobby Brown coming down.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Looking fantastic. Nicola Coughlan. We just were speaking to her Bridgerton co-star as well. Earlier, we actually got to see the firefighters. Pasadena was mentioned earlier, and of course, the city is still coping with the fires and the aftermath of all these people that are still displaced. I know we got to help participate in some giving back. People in Entertainment Weekly and In Style partnered with Neutrogena right before the Grammys to put together some kits that we were able to take to people who are still displaced, some toiletry kits, which was great. And tonight at the SAG after party, which is presented by both People and Audi, there will be a continued effort into supporting the SAG after Foundation's philanthropic efforts. So it's really, really great to see everyone here, happy, celebrating. One of the interesting things, Janine, that everyone's been saying to me too is, of course, there was a moment to say, can all these award shows go on? In the midst of all of the tragedy that was happening, and the answer has been a resounding yes.
Absolutely.
From all of the talent saying, we need to put our makeup artists back to work. We need to put the stylists back to work. We need to put
because that's the thing. It's like you think about all of the devastation that happened, and you have an industry that was deeply impacted as well. People who lost their homes, and think about losing everything, and then also hearing, and that thing that you do that's going to pay you for the next 3 months, we're canceling all of that. So they had to keep it. They had to keep it up, but they had to do it in the right way. And I love that, honoring the firefighters, putting all of these different people on a pedestal that have never been in spaces like this. I think it's so beautiful.
It's beautiful. I'm so glad. Who's also beautiful is Bronwyn and Gerrad as well. We're going to take a look down at the other end of the carpet and see how they're doing now.
You guys, that's so sweet. We'll pay you your $20 later. But no, with us right now.
I'll make sure they pay you.
Jack Quaid will assure. We've got Jack Quaid, one of our favorites from The Boys. He is in one of my favorite movies so far this year. Companion is fantastic. And he is going to be presenting tonight, as you see there, a nice list of presenters. First of all, can you tell us what category you're presenting?
Male actor in a comedy series.
Oh, that's a hefty one this year. Yeah, there's
a big lift. Oh man, we're gonna get it there though. Me and Joey King.
All right. And Joey. Oh, you two are gonna have a blast. Okay, I do have to ask about Companion quickly, because that film, people I know keep telling me, like, I just saw Companion this weekend. It's one of the best things I've seen in so long. No, it's fantastic. But when you go into a movie like that, especially with the hot topics of AI and all of that, but just the genre itself, I feel like it's one that is so easily picked apart by fans. Did you guys, was there a lot of thinking about, we got to get this right, or?
Right, no, of course. No, you want to make sure whatever you're doing your very best at it. I mean, I think the thing was, the confidence that I had was kind of through the roof, just because I loved Drew Hancock, the writer and the director of Companion. I loved that script so much, and I was like, to me, this is ironclad, you know? So going in and, usually directors are like, and feel free to improvise or add your own, whatever. And I found myself rarely doing that on this movie, just because I was like, no, what you wrote is really good. Let's do this. This is awesome.
Sure. The way the movie starts, kind of at the end, and we backtrack, was the script that way? Did you know it was going to start with how we kind of know the end and work backwards?
Yeah, I did, and it hooked me right from the beginning. It's one of the best scripts I've ever read, and has really raised the bar for me in terms of what I consider really good writing. It was wonderful. They had me hooked from the beginning, and it's a script that I read so unbelievably quickly. I've never read a script that quickly, because I was like, what happens? And it's such a rare gift where you read a script that's that good and you're that captivated. I remember I had a meeting. The part was not offered to me necessarily. They were like, hey, just if you respond to the material, you should have a meeting with Drew Hancock. And I just arrived so nervous. I was just like, if you want me, I'm yours. I'm Jack, by the way. Do you want a coffee? Yeah, whatever.
We'll make this happen.
Yeah, sure. But I'm just so happy it worked out, and incredible movie, incredible cast to be a part of, and again, working with Drew was just such a joy.
Well, it's great. Congratulations on that. Have fun in there tonight. It is a pleasure. Thanks so much. Take care.
So nice to chat with you.
And that houndstooth vest, loving that.
I was obsessed.
I know, right?
I
Look
know.
at that. It's a nice
Talk
to
about
see
getting it
something
right.
Getting it
no
right.
improvisation needed.
Yeah, right. Patrick and Janine, who you guys got up there?
Oh, we got some of the cast of Hacks who are gushing about Bronwyn here.
Yes.
We do love
Rose's
Bronwyn.
dress.
By the way, Bronwyn,
Yes.
if you're listening, you've had an incredible season.
Loved it.
I need you
Oh my
on,
gosh.
I need you holding a snowflake for as long as possible.
Thank you. I mean, snowflakes melt. I got to be careful.
Oh,
No. Oh, her snowflake is always cold.
Okay. I mean,
And the feathers.
so nice.
But they look phenomenal.
Yes, they think you look phenomenal, which you all do.
Oh, thank you.
How's your SAG night been so far?
Well, we just got here.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun. It's an interesting reunion of sorts.
We are kind of high up on the carpet, so they're like we're your intro into all the drama.
right.
But I love that this is the award show where actors are honoring actors. Like these are your peers, these are your people. Does it feel different than all the other ones?
For me, yes, because actors honoring actors is really important because a lot of times it's actors hating actors. So I'm really happy to be on the other end of that.
Yes, we really always appreciate being recognized by other actors, even just the nomination itself. I mean, I think that outside of, our business and the institution of what it is that we do, being honored by fellow actors is the greatest form, the greatest form of flattery, I suppose.
We talk about how we are such massive fans of every ensemble in our
Yes.
category. I mean, we love Abbott, we love Shrink, we love all of them. We just really are so thrilled to be amongst the best of the best, I think.
It's like one big cast party where everyone's really, really, really
I was just
well-dressed.
screaming about Molly Shannon being behind me.
Me too.
Molly!
Yeah. I sat next door on a Southwest flight back home from Sundance one time. She's lovely. She and I chatted for like 30 minutes about nothing.
Oh my goodness.
It was
Good
amazing.
people.
But Hacks.
Yes.
Every season, the world continues to expand. So I know you can't tell us a ton, but tell us a little bit maybe about how the world expands in this new season.
It kind of blows all the way up. We can't tell you much of anything because we are starting moments after we ended last season. But it's really nice to be part of this expanding world, but it's also nice to come back to us and just kind of be we felt like a little show that could for so long, and now that it's this massive thing, it's just really nice to be receiving all this positivity.
I think that it's really amazing to see in this season, without giving anything away, the ways in which every single character around Deborah and Ava kind of move and are so there's such an ebb and flow to every character in ways that you wouldn't necessarily think that they would have, and I think that that's really, really great. I think you get a lot more from characters that you perhaps wouldn't think that you would see as much of.
Yeah.
We're very excited for that.
Teases. They are locked down.
They know, yeah,
they are not
but they're
playing
saying saying enough. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well,
Pages of what is it?
NDAs.
amazing.
I love it.
We'd like to be on season 5.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. We would love that too.
You look
yes.
amazing.
Have a
The
fantastic
sleeves
rest of your
are
night.
everything.
Yeah, so good to see you. Yes,
Have a
we'll
great
see you
night, you
inside.
guys.
Yes.
See you inside.
See you inside.
Thank you.
Oh, well, and we will see Bronwyn and Gerrad right now.
Okay.
Let's take a look down there.
They look fantastic. The sparkle, the big sleeves that we were talking about earlier,
loved
they're
that
great.
cuff,
And speaking
yeah.
of looking fabulous, not immense from one of my favorite shows, The Diplomat. When I tell you I binge these episodes and at the end I'm actually a little upset that that's it. I want more.
Yeah.
I want more. Oh, what a phenomenal show. Congrats on it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. You are not alone. People are angry at me. And I'm like, I don't write it, right?
Not my fault.
Right? But on the subway, it's like, well, why were there only 6 episodes? I was like, because there were 2 strikes. I don't know.
Okay, we have to talk about your outfit tonight. I saw you from afar walking up, the drama of this train, everything. Tell me a little bit about how you picked your look tonight.
Yes, so I work with the amazing stylist. Her name is Solange Franklin, and she found this Haitian designer who's based in New York, who made this custom for me.
It's beautiful.
Yes, yeah, and I just was like, yes, let's go for some drama, eleganza. Like, let's do it. So I saw it and I was like, yes.
It really gives you something to work with. You can have some choreography with that tool.
Exactly.
And do you have like a style aesthetic that you're always going for? Is it different every awards season, every show?
I'm trying to switch it up.
Okay.
I don't want it to just be one thing, so I'm like very excited about like trying on, you know, different looks and different energies.
I love that.
A little bit of mystery, a little bit of cool, just kind of like, yeah.
Channeling all of your all of the sides to your multifacetedness.
That's why it's fun.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Okay. Diplomat Season 3. We know it's happening. Big things are always going down on this show. At what point do they tell you? Like, do you know anything yet? Not that I'm like asking for details, but you know, I'm asking for details.
They're going to kill me.
Yeah, there are snipers around here.
Snipers, exactly.
Right.
Just whisper to us and everybody at home.
No, exactly. Yes, things are locked up pretty tight. Yeah. So they do give us a little bit of a heads up, but not much. I mean, a lot of times I have found things out, big plot twists, like at the table read.
What?
Yeah.
That's almost cruel. That's almost cruel.
I know.
But honestly, I don't blame him. If I knew early, I would accidentally say something and
1000%
ruin the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's so much so that if you happen to walk into the writer's room, they like hold down the thing. Like they don't want you to see anything.
Love that secrecy. Well, congrats on the show. It's phenomenal. Have a great time tonight. Yes, you look fantastic.
Amazing.
Yeah, take care.
Winner in my book already.
Indeed, yeah. Thanks for stopping by. All right, Patrick and Janine, who you got?
Hi, we're here with Courtney B. Vance, the president of the SAG Awards. Like, how are you doing?
I'm well. I just came from Napa Valley with all the wineries up there, so I'm kind of giddy. So.
I love it, bubbly.
What does it mean? What does it mean to see? Obviously, they're here to support their union in addition to being honored and celebrating each other. So, what does that mean in terms of this in the year 2025 to be here celebrating a union and all the work that SAG-AFTRA does?
We're a community, so no matter what goes on, we still have to support each other. There's several of our members have lost homes, and, so everyone's dealing, you know, and the fire has no respect to a person. So we just have to, even though we have tragedy, we still got to come together and say, you know, we're gonna be all right.
Yeah,
we're gonna be all right. So that's what tonight is. So
that's what the community's about.
Yeah. And I know you're coming from Napa and you're chill, but what's the pressure of the president on a night like this? This is
none.
the night. None.
We've done it. It's all done. I'm here to just welcome and celebrate and let's get the show going. So they're like, Courtney, come on, let's go, let's get it going. So that's why I'm here. The work has been done. So.
And it's been done beautifully. Thank you so much.
And I hope you get to celebrate a lot tonight.
Thank you.
Such a pleasure.
Have a great one.
Thank you, babe. Thank y'all.
Amazing, yeah. Next, we're going from president to president of the Actors Equity Association. We've got Brooke Shields. She's saying hi to her fellow president. We got a United Nations over here going on, and that's what's so fantastic about this is that you get these philanthropic efforts now. I really think that I hate that the tragedy happened, but it is so nice that we're all bringing people together. Like we're bringing Miss Brooke Shields up here.
Hello. Shining Brooke Shields. Hi.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. We were just saying 2 presidents just meeting each other right now.
That was wonderful. Yeah. It was a very special moment. It's a new era in my life, so I'm enjoying it and I'm learning a lot. So we're bargaining our Broadway contracts, and I'm representing and sticking up for all of our members. So
What do you feel like you are learning in this process? Like, what's one of the things?
I think I'm learning, negotiating is a very different process. I'm meeting with all the members. I'm going to Anaheim tomorrow. We're really talking, I'm learning how much everybody needs to be heard. And I think that's part of what the process is, and how important the arts are. The arts, especially in this period of time, and that's what we need to fight for, and that's what is
very jeopardized. So I'm not going quietly.
I love it. Well, speaking of the arts, we are at Art Central tonight. I mean,
I'm
movies
in
and
awe.
TV, all of the things.
I'm starstruck.
colliding. Who are you binging, and who are you excited to see?
I mean, look who's here. Look who's here.
Fran Drescher.
Fran Drescher. She helped me with my fertility treatments when I was trying to get pregnant.
Oh my goodness. It's a community, you guys.
Oh my God, we're getting a hello. Fran can come up if she wants. You can come up.
Come on up.
We're just leadership central up in here. We traded a president for a president. Now we got Fran.
Madam, she paved the road for all of us.
Yes.
So, how sweet. She's teaching me how to fight. Thank you.
What are those communications like? I mean, you guys have been in community for a while. She just said you helped her with her fertility treatments.
That's true. That's true. She shot me up.
That's true. Well, I think that now is a time for women to be empowered and be in leadership. And I think that the more women that can be in leadership, the better a world it will be.
And I also think the refreshing thing that I have learned is that it doesn't have to be angry. It doesn't have to come it's from a supportive place. And I have felt very personally moved by our members and wanting to fight harder for them, all of us.
And I just have to say, women in movies this year. I mean, the empowerment that you're, the substance, and all of the. What was one of the performances from this year by a woman that just moved you?
That's so hard. I'm not really supposed to isolate anybody.
I know.
Because they're all my babies.
You're being democratic.
And I love them all equally.
I'm just proud of how diverse it's all been in tone, in subject, in every way, and I feel like it's storytelling at its most profound, and that's what we need. We need that. We need to be able to escape. We need to be able to feel. That's what the arts does and how important it is.
Well, let's flip it then. What was something that you saw maybe on screen that resonated, a message that resonated with you from this year's pictures?
Wow. I know. It's hard to pick.
I run the gamut. I'm not I don't fit in one category, which is interesting. I'll just binge.
Binge it all. Binge it all.
Well, it just means that you get to enjoy every interaction you have tonight. I love that we were able to bring you up here and you guys could have this moment.
Are you kidding? She's on speed dial.
Oh.
It's so funny because I'm really so distracted by the Los Angeles fires, of which I'm a victim. So, it's so hard. I can't even remember the movies that I saw before January 7th.
It's a lot.
Of course, I'm proud to be here as the president of SAG AFTRA, but I do think that tonight's show is going to really focus on the heroics of our first responders.
Absolutely, we saw them early on the carpet. It's just about something bigger.
It absolutely is, and what we saw come out of the humanity of the situation, and how much courage people have, how much strength they have, how much co-supportiveness they showed, is I think something that we need to pursue ongoing and not just in the face of catastrophe.
100%. Well, everything you were just saying is about you as well. So we are so grateful that you're able to be here and celebrate.
I also
have a great night.
Yes. Well, this is why the text messages are important.
And this community here, I love it.
Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. So we went from 3 presidents in a row to the president of tonight, basically.
Hostess with the mostest.
Hostess with the no, that's you and Bronwyn this evening. But no, it is also Kristen Bell, who is hosting this evening, is about to be joining us up here on the. Kristen, hello.
Kristen
hello.
Bell of the Ball.
That's what we do. We go sideways.
Hi. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Lovely now.
We've been talking to a few of your co-stars, and they are just so excited to have this little reunion moment here tonight.
We always like to get together. It's a very social crowd at Nobody Wants This. We have a text chain. It's very active. Mostly Tim making jokes, but we like each other.
Justine told us the secret, and she said that you would expound on it. So
What? That I?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh my God. What?
No, you're like, no, absolutely not. No, it was so funny, but we were talking about your sister dynamic and that she would do things like that.
I love her so much because I fell in love with her when I met her. Then working with her, it just made that grow. And then when I found out she was pregnant, I was so protective of her. I was like, Claire, Justine's coming through. She's like, Kristen, I'm 2 months pregnant. It's fine.
But what did you do about the wedding that just happened like a day ago?
I just celebrated when she told us and was very happy for her.
Yeah, so sweet. She was like still glowing when she was just up here.
She's a special girl.
Yeah.
Speaking of glowing, this is a show that just makes people happy. I think that's one of the reasons that it's been so successful. And as Janine's been saying all night, the rom-com is back, and it's back as a TV show, which is fantastic. What has the reaction? What's most surprised you about the reaction to this show?
I guess in retrospect, it's not surprising, but how many people watched it and how many people contacted me and the love that it's gotten, because it's so charming, the show, I think, and I think people wanted something charming and light and loving and that makes you kind of feel good about love.
Yeah, and the chemistry is so great.
I know.
And can you tell us anything about what's to come? Like, what are we getting?
You're gonna get some things that you want, including the lovely Leighton Meester joining us this season.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And Leighton in season 2, we're here, Leighton Meester?
Yes. She will be there. We're very excited.
You heard it here, folks. Very excited for that. And what's your secret for tonight? How do rehearsals go? How are you getting the jitters out? What are you doing?
I get the jitters out with practice and I don't know, a full blackout because I don't really remember the show when I'm doing it. Once I hit the stage and the lights come on, I don't know who I am or where I am, and that's how I operate.
You're just gonna kill it.
You're gonna kill it. You're gonna kill it. Yes, thank you so much. Looking forward to it. Thank you. All right, we're gonna go down to the other platform, see how Gerrad and Bronwyn are doing.
The number of people we have here with us is not shrinking, but growing, actually. But they're all folks from the fantastic series, Shrinking. We've got Devin Kawaoka, Michael Urie, Rachel Stubbington, and Gavin Lewis. Folks, first of all, congrats on the enormous success of the show. Of course, when you're making something, you don't know if it's going to be a hit. Of course, you hope it is. But what was the first indication that you guys got that, like, oh, people are watching, people are talking about this thing?
I think, just getting recognized is one. Like, you see people, I'm from a small town, particularly when people actually recognize me, I know that the show I'm in is getting some coverage.
Yeah, that'll do it. Is there a moment for any of you?
I have in the first season I said, I had this catchphrase where I'd say, everything goes my way. And one day I was in New York.
I've adopted that, by the way, all the time.
It's a good one. I was sitting on a park bench writing an email I didn't want to write. And I was very angry, and then I got pooped on by a bird. And I was like, my life is horrible, everything sucks. And then somebody walked by, pointed at me and said, everything goes my way.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, well, maybe everything's okay.
That turned it around.
My ENT recognized me yesterday when I went in for a doctor's appointment.
Famous.
Yeah, it was, yeah, right? She didn't know where I was from. She's like, I know you. And I was like, I know, it's fine. We don't need to talk about that. Let's talk about my eardrum.
Well, talking about everything that goes the right way, all of your outfits are fantastic. Did anybody have a special look they were going for tonight? We talked a lot about your accessories. Tell us some things.
With a relaxed fit. This is Kyle LYK NYC.
Look amazing.
Beautiful. I love it so much.
You all might be the best dressed crew of the night, the best dressed ensemble. We'll go ahead and, I don't know if that's an award, but we're going to name it right here, right now on the EW People Library Carpet Show. It is such a pleasure. Thank you all so much. Congrats on everything, and have a great time tonight. All right. Thanks so much. Take care. Yeah, of course. Thank you. Oh, and look who's coming in right now. Oh,
here we go.
Look at this.
Okay, I mean,
Madame.
Okay.
Good to see you. This is stunning, my dear. How are you?
You look
Pleasure.
absolutely fantastic. Tell me everything about how you put this ensemble together.
I have an outstanding stylist by the name of Ivy Coco, who really has the full vision. What's the hair going to look like? What is the makeup going to look like? She is so detailed. She'll go as far as to say, no, not that eyelash, this eyelash.
Wow.
You know, she's like that.
Okay.
And this whole ensemble is Sergio Hudson.
It's beautiful. I love Sergio. And how much input do you have? I know she has a whole storyline from you, from eyelash to toes, but how much input do you put into your looks?
Truly, at this point, I lean into what she's been doing.
Okay.
Because for the past 3 years...
You always look impeccable.
Thank you. For the past 3 years, and I see what she's been able to make happen, and I say, you know what, let me just let her do her thing.
You trust her process.
I trust her
I can see that.
Because it's working.
Yeah,
It's
that
beautiful.
tux shirt, the pearls, everything, it is so on point. You know, by the way, Barbara Howard on Abbott Elementary, she is also quite well dressed. I do gotta say, has that been an evolving thing for you? Like, what does Barbara's look say about her?
Oh my God, it says so much, and thank you for paying attention to that, because you know she loves pearls.
She does. I see the nod tonight.
Yes, and the pearls. You know, there used to be a time when women of color didn't have much, but if they could have a string of pearls, the whole thing of clutch my pearls, it said something about who they were as women. And that is the Barbara Howard. And Hachi, who's our new costume designer on the show this year, she's done such an incredible job of just elevating the style of Barbara Howard just a bit, not too much, but just a bit. And I'm so happy between Ivy Coco and Hachi, what it is to style Cheryl Lee Ralph and Barbara Howard. They're both doing such an incredible job.
Yeah, well, you do an incredible job on this show. It goes without saying how phenomenal of an actress you are, but here's my question. What are you most looking forward to all of us to see what's to come the rest of this season? Is there a specific episode, a guest star, a moment?
Well, there's all of that.
Sure.
Okay. The episode that is coming up next week, Barbara Howard gets a brand new look.
Oh.
Can we get a tease?
Oh, I cannot even tease it because you will be shocked when you see it.
A new look.
A brand new
Okay.
look.
Like, I can't even come up with guesses about
don't
what
have
that
one
might be,
either.
but
You'll
yeah.
have to wait and see. We have some incredible guest stars coming up. We have an incredible city we're going to put the real spotlight on. And it's all so wonderful.
Yeah, well, congratulations on everything. It is always so lovely to see you, to speak with you. You brighten my demeanor every time you're around, so it's a pleasure.
And do you know that I have a subscription to People magazine?
Oh?
Guess what was the only edition I did not receive?
No.
My own cover!
No!
Someone for People, get this woman her own cover.
Does anyone here have a copy?
Before you make it home tonight, it'll be at your house. I can almost guarantee that.
We're going to get you multiple and a framed one just to make up for that. Yes, well, it's a beautiful cover. It's always, yeah. Congrats on everything. So thanks so much, and thanks for stopping by, and
Thank
good luck in there tonight.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right. We've got Caitlin Deaver coming in. Oh, here right now with us, making her way through the crowd. Caitlin Deaver, come on in. Slow. I know you got to take the slow steps. Slow steps. Hello.
Baby
How
steps.
Are you?
Hi.
Miss Caitlin Deaver and friends. Hello.
Can we start with these looks first and foremost? Okay.
You must have coordinated, right?
We did not.
You did not.
Shocking,
Just
I know.
one sartorial mind. I love it. Can we talk a little bit about the ideas and the aesthetic behind the looks? How did you guys pick what you came up with for tonight?
My sister helped me pick this Ellie Saab look.
I love it.
And yeah, it felt right. It was a pretty pink moment.
If your sister liked it, it was a good call. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I would actually not trust either of my sisters with my look, but I love that you guys have that relationship.
Oh yeah.
Tell me about both of your looks.
I'm very lucky. I'm wearing Dior, which is very beautiful. I'm a Dior ambassador for Australia, which is so wonderful. So I get to wear things like this. And it wasn't actually the outfit I was expected to wear, so this was like a surprise last-minute change, and I'm very, very happy with it.
Sometimes that last-minute change is the right call, though. You look absolutely stunning. And last but definitely not least, tell me about the idea behind your look.
I'm wearing Paulo Sebastian. He's a little Australian designer. I try my best to wear as many small Aussie designers as I can, especially when I'm over here. Try to give them a little platform.
I love that. Magnifying all of the Australian designers
it took
is
half
great.
an hour to get into, but we're here. and I don't know how I'm going to get out of it. So
Beautiful. Yes.
I mean, speaking of elevating, Aussie designers, but the story that you're all telling, Apple Cider Vinegar, this Australian story with this. There's a scheme, a scam, like what's going on, and those are the types of stories I get so engrossed in because, and even if I know maybe the outcome, but isn't that the cool thing about these stories? Like you might know, but it's the how to get there. Did you find yourself having a lot of fun figuring out how to keep that kind of story on its toes?
Yeah, I think it's something you definitely have to be mindful of just every single day, like. Keeping the tones all in check because there's a lot of different kinds of tones in this show, and it is chaotic and it is sad and it's kind of funny, and you're sometimes wondering if should I be laughing at this, and you just kind of have to be really mindful of that. And we had a beautiful writer creator, Sam Strauss, who really kind of was our leader in that for sure.
I've enjoyed it so much. Like I said, it's my type of jam. And I took my apple cider vinegar gummies this morning. I don't know if I should still be, but whatever. Here we are. Yeah.
We all have our own little things we do, you know. I think that's the part of the point of the show too. Is like it's a little bit of both. It's wellness. It's conventional, non-conventional. It's all these little things that we do and search for hope, and it's a lot of different things.
Well, congratulations on it. You all look fabulous. I hope you have a fantastic SAG Awards. Have fun in there. Yeah,
beautiful,
take care.
all of you.
Patrick and Janine, back over to you.
Here with the amazingly talented, but also gorgeous Danielle Deadweiler. Like, oh my goodness, look at you.
Thank you.
We were just saying, this is a work of art.
Thank you. It is. I love art. I love all aspects of it, and this is the beautiful part of it.
Yeah, Bronwyn Newport, our co-host down the carpet, she's doing our fashion coverage, and I know she is like gagging now.
Yes, that's what we go for.
but let's talk about the piano. This movie, it travels through time, it traveled through my spirit, and it made me think about your journey and about your story. It's so much about family and heritage. Was there ever an heirloom in your life, a piece that your mom was like, keep this safe, or your dad, or anyone?
No, not exactly an heirloom. I mean, I know that, John David and I, my brother in film and art and life now, like, we talk about things along the way of promoting the film that have been something that we've cherished, and these are things that have come up as a result of most recent years, right, and losing certain family members. And so my grandmother passed a couple of years ago, and I know I have some hoop earrings, some beautiful gold hoop earrings that I don't necessarily wear. It's just about having them and having her memory at all times. And so I will treat that as an heirloom moving forward.
I got jewelry from my grandma, so that makes me feel so good. And your jewelry is everything. Everything is working. I want you to have the best time tonight. You've been here before, but I'm telling you, you're going to be back many times over.
The present is always most exciting and astounding, and so I'm sitting in this.
I was saying it must be difficult to sit in this, but you said it's not, so I look forward to it. I love it.
You don't sit, you stand.
There you go. You glow. You glow. Have a fantastic evening.
Thank you
such
very
a pleasure.
much. You all too.
Have a wonderful night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're so And we're just going to switch on out to, Harrison Ford is with us coming up very soon.
Yeah, just him.
That's SAG Awards for you.
Yes. Oh my goodness, Mr. Ford.
And here he is.
Here you are, sir.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
We are here, of course, up with Bill Lawrence. Oh, we got yes, amazing. We got the whole shrinking family here. How are y'all doing?
Don't shrink. Come forward.
Look how handsome. Look how handsome Harrison is.
Nobody told me it was a tux thing, man. Yeah.
Actually, I was dressed much like you when Darren showed up in a tux.
See, I feel like a bad guy now.
I had 5 minutes.
I'm a +1 though.
Sorry, you and me. You got us high on at least.
I'm gonna fade back and be a +1. Watch this.
No, not at all.
Oh, it's good.
It all works here. Movies, TV, it's all coming together. It's working. When you talk about shrinking and the reaction that there's been to this show, did you know that from the start? When you're working on this, when you're putting this together, did you feel like this was going to be one of the ones?
I didn't know what it was going to be, but it turned out to be something very special for me. And I'm very touched by the kind of contact I have with fans of the show. They only want to say that they enjoy it. They don't want anything. They don't want a picture. They don't want an autograph. They just want to share their pleasure in what it is that we are doing.
Is he saying good stuff?
Yeah. Except about you. It's just you're the only bad stuff.
Oh, that's how it usually rolls. I'll take it.
Well, what is it for you all as well? What are they saying when they come up to you to talk about shrinking?
I'm having the same experience as Harrison. They just, even I was just in New York and people walk by and flash me a heart or say, and they keep walking. And I'm like,
both of these two, I'm a writer, and neither one of them introduce me to people when they say nice things. Neither one of them says I write on the show. No, I'm joking. They're both so kind.
Oh, he's the writer.
Yeah.
He made all this shit up.
Yeah.
Himself, personally.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Amazing staff.
There's a lot going on in that head.
Amazing writing staff.
Well, it's also an amazing cast. Speaking of which, I think we've got someone else down the carpet from your team that we're going to talk to. Oh, yeah, there's Wendy Mallett.
You know who this is.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for Mr. Ford?
They're asking if there's any questions.
Who did you bring tonight?
No.
Who'd you bring tonight? Who'd you bring tonight?
Tell his girlfriend down here.
I brought my dear friend and agent, Darren Bogosian. My wife is in New York doing a play.
Oh, that means
And my fake wife is here
that
tonight.
means, okay. She wants to dance with you later at the party. That's
She wants to
fine.
dance with you later at the party then.
Thank you very much.
Well, we're going to let you all enjoy, and they're going to talk to Wendy, but it's such a pleasure.
So nice meeting you.
Well, I'll be looking for you on the dance floor later then. We'll have some fun out there. But Wendy, this series, we've been speaking to so many folks from the Shrinking cast tonight, and this series is just, it's so special. And the characters, I mean, this character of yours, did you wish on a million stars for something like this? Because she's phenomenal.
It was totally unexpected, and Bill called me and said, well, I have a juicy little role for you. You're going to be Harrison Ford's neurologist, and you have great chemistry with him. And I thought, well, I hope that works out. But it did, and we do. And it is so much fun, and Bill is such a wonderful, brilliant showrunner, and this group that he's put together is, I couldn't be more thrilled to be part of it.
Well, it's a hell of a character and a phenomenal show. Good luck tonight to the series. I hope we hear your name called, and have fun in there. I'll see you on the dance floor.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Patrick
Thank
and
you.
Janine, back to you.
Well, we are here with none other than Cynthia Erivo. Hi, how's your SAG so far? We just saw you, the Green Witch of Wicked was just talking to the Red Hulk of...
Amazing, great, good.
That was the glow that both you and Harrison Ford just had saying hello to each other. That's got to feel special.
I love him, and he's just wonderful, and he has inspired a lot of people, and he's been, my action hero for a long time. He's brilliant.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and now he's like breaking hearts and shrinking, so it's like beautiful.
It's so dope. And he was talking to us about fan interactions for Shrinking and how much they mean to him. But I have to ask, what has that been like for you in the wake of Wicked? What are fans saying?
I mean, it's been wonderful. People are sort of seeing themselves in this character, in Elphaba, and I love that people are sort of celebrating their difference and how cool that can be, and it makes me really happy,
Are they singing at you, though?
Yes, and I love it. I want them to. That's the point of this kind of thing. I want people to feel brave enough to sing out loud.
I heard Keke Palmer do it last night at the NAACP Awards, so I had to ask.
I love it so much. That was a really beautiful moment,
It was such a fun. I love Keke as well. I'm glad she was able to celebrate you, also celebrating herself. So it's one of the really amazing things about the fandom behind the first film has been that it's really gotten a bunch of kids super excited. Part 2 is a little spicier. Can we expect that little spice there? And what else?
So I think you can expect a little bit of spice in the second part, because they've grown up a little bit. They're not in school anymore. They've stepped into their careers and stepped into their choices, and we'll see a little spice, I think, for sure. Yeah, it's necessary.
Is there a song that you think is gonna really which is the one you think everyone's gonna be singing at you after the second half?
I think For Good might have a little something, and maybe No Good Deed might have a little something in it, maybe. I think one of those.
They've all got a little something.
Yeah.
Speaking of musicals, you're hosting the Tonys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
was
I
just
can't
announced.
wait. Yes. I'm very excited about doing that. I've wanted to do it for a long time, and I'm glad I get to do it now. Yeah.
And you are one away from an EGOT.
That's right, yeah.
What does that feel like? Who told you? Did you know as soon as you got the nomination? Like, how did that sink in?
That I was one away from an EGOT?
One away.
Well, this is my third nomination. So the last time I found out was crazy, and this time was just a really meaningful thing because it's for this particular project. So it's always nice to think of yourself in that way, and it's nice that people see you that way and can celebrate the work. So I'm happy.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of seeing you, I cannot wait to see you at the Hollywood Bowl, playing Jesus Christ
Superstar.
in Jesus Christ Superstar, the title role. How did that come about?
Bernie Telsey, the casting director, reached out, and I'm assuming that the director also was okay with it, and they asked if that would be an interest, and I said, yeah, why not? Yeah.
Is there a particular moment that you're excited to do from the show yet already?
Obviously Gethsemane. But I think just being able to play opposite whoever happens to be playing Judas will be really wonderful, and whoever happens to be playing Mary is going to be a special moment too. So I think just the interactions that you can have with the different characters will be very special. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, we hope you have a fantastic SAG. I can't wait. I will be in that audience cheering you so loud.
So much fun. You look so wonderful.
Thank you very
just
much.
Stunning.
Thank you.
Have a great night.
Amazing. You too. Next up, we've got Monica Barbero from A Complete Unknown, also from Top Gun
sang at
Maverick.
her, by the way. I almost sang at her, and I stopped myself.
Hello. Sorry, we were just singing. We're just singing Wicked.
Monica.
But speaking of singing, fantastic and Complete Unknown. I know you and I got to chat at the Savannah College of Art and Design's Film Festival in Savannah last fall before the movie came out, and you were excited, and you admitted a little nervous. Now it's out in the world. How are you feeling?
Much less nervous. It's been really nice to hear positive things from Joan herself, and to have seen audiences really enjoy the movie has just been like, that I think was the biggest win of all of this. Has just been, it's the best.
Your director has been singing your praises, saying from the moment you walked into the room, into the audition room, like there was just something about you. You could hang with the guys, but there's the sexiness and there's all these different elements. What do you think you pulled upon when you were on set? What part of your personality, what part of your style did you bring into Joan?
Well, I think, God, she's such she presents as such a confident woman. I think she really truly is at this point in her life, but at the time, in the early 60s when she was in her early 20s, she talks a lot about having, maybe exuded confidence, but internally having a lot of anxiety and a lot of uncertainty, and I really related to that, and so I think my job was just to sort of embrace that maybe outer shell of confidence, and I think
you did it. That extroverted introvert. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Well, you did it. It's amazing.
What's it like to be here at the SAG Awards tonight, knowing that your performance is so celebrated and amongst all this fantastic crowd? I mean, who have you run into already that you've been excited?
Oh, I was watching Cynthia Erivo pose in the most glorious way, and she's a very tough act to follow, I'll say. She's just miraculous when she's on screen and in person, and but I just got here, so like that's been it.
That's a good one.
I could leave, honestly.
Well, we don't want that.
We don't want that. This is my first nomination. I'm very excited to be here, and actually, it's my first time at the SAG Awards. So.
Yay!
Yeah, it's all brand new to me.
Wow,
so
it's a good one.
Speaking of first, what was that first table read with Timmy like? Like, how did you guys?
We didn't do a table read, and we didn't really rehearse a lot. We one of our first things we did together was a music rehearsal, and I just found that to be the most magical thing ever. I was constantly blown away by the fact that I had gotten the best coaches to learn how to sing and play guitar for the film, and then to get to do that and do that with Timmy, it was like just miraculous.
Was that nerve-wracking, or were you excited to dive into the technical aspects of what it was going to take to do this role?
Both. I mean, I love what I do so much, so there's always so much excitement, and honestly, the greater the job and the opportunity, the more nerves there are, because the expectations are so much higher, and so both. Yeah.
Cameras off. What were you guys doing? How are you hanging out, you two?
God, we were so focused on the project. None of the cast, we didn't really like hang out off set. We also were working long hours, and I was doing 2 jobs at once. I was shooting a TV show at the same time in another city. So it's honestly been through this process, the celebration of the movie, that we've all gotten
now
to like hang out. Yeah, the ensemble has really like meshed.
Oh, I want to see you guys out there on the dance floor at the gala, because you deserve it.
Yes. Yeah, we'll see each other dance for the first time.
I love it so much.
Oh, have a great
nice
time in there.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
And enjoy your first SAG. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Jerry White, looking fantastic.
Hello, the bear.
Hello. The brooches are, I mean, we've got our own Gerrad Hall's wearing a little lapel
I know.
here.
And what's so funny is that my sister actually told me, she's like, what about a brooch? And I was like, okay, I'll see. And now, all night long.
Oh my goodness.
And guys, you are watching People and Entertainment Weekly's Red Carpet Live.
In less than an hour, you can head over to Netflix to watch the 31st Annual Screen Actors Guild Awards to see who will take home this year's actor statuettes. I know, I'm super excited. This is a really fun show. It clips along. They've got a lot of awards to get through, and they get through all of them. It's so much fun.
And the energy is just good. Like those meetups, this is one of the only carpets where I feel like people actually stop to just hang for a little bit with each other. It's just like Cynthia Erivo and Harrison Ford, like just, hugging it out, having a conversation.
Yeah.
What?
the carpet, I really wish we could just have like a constant live stream in addition to this. You should definitely be watching us and our amazing interviews. But no, just the fly on the wall that we get to see, especially here on our platform, is incredible. The like people running up to each other, it's really, really great. Oh, Kieran Culkin, I mean.
Oh, I think, okay, look. I think this is going to happen.
Yeah?
I think I'm just saying, I'm putting it out
fantastic.
there.
That movie, I will say, my mom watched that movie with some cousins, and they expected, like, because it's a comedy, great. Yeah. And she said, like, at the end, they go, well, that was a lot. In a fantastic way. They loved the movie, but like this movie puts you through it in a very cathartic way.
And something about him in familial situations is just, that is his stride.
But different colors.
Yeah.
Different colors than we get from him on Succession, or got from him on Succession. I'm saying get because I'm manifesting more stories with the Roy children at some point. But, this is not a horrible follow-up to that performance. Speaking of
a beautiful follow-up.
Yes.
Beautiful follow-up is Jane Fonda, who is upon us. Okay?
Oh my goodness, Miss Fonda.
Hello.
We're going to welcome you up here.
We were just giving you a grand entrance on camera because look at you.
Yes. How does it feel? You're here as a big honoree here tonight. So tell us a little bit about what it's like to, you've come and presented those before, but to be the one here giving that honoree speech.
It's called the Life Achievement Award.
Yes.
And I am beyond honored. It means the world to me to have my union think I am worthy of this award.
And I know how important that mission of like what SAG-AFTRA does is important to you. So I know that they're thrilled to have you as the honoree this evening there.
Thank you. I'm very glad about that. No, I'm really excited and deeply honored and happy about tonight.
You've done so much beautiful work. When you think about tonight and getting that life, what does it bring up for you? What bubbles up? Is it like, oh, that one time, that first movie, that first, what are the things that come to mind?
I've spent a lot of time in the last weeks thinking about what acting means to me, what is so special about acting, why SAG is different than all other unions, because we don't manufacture tangible things, we create empathy. So I'm going to focus on that a little bit.
On the empathy, and it's so important right now in Los Angeles.
Exactly.
And everything that's going on.
Exactly, yeah.
And I know Julie Louis-Dreyfus will be introducing you.
Yeah, my pal.
Yeah.
I did her first podcast. Oh. The very first one. It's called Wiser Than Me. Yeah, it's very popular. I travel a lot these days, and I feel like everybody in the world heard that. I don't even know if it's visual or audio. Do you? No. I don't know. I'll ask her tonight.
There you go. You like to travel and travel a lot for work. For you, what's essential? Like, are you a sleeper on a plane? Are you awake and alert? Are you reading? Use it to do podcasts?
No, I read. Yeah. I love flying because I get to read and nobody's going to bother me or phones won't ring. Yeah. And I travel for activism. Really more than movies.
Yeah. Where hasn't Jane Fonda been? What's on the list?
I like it right at home.
My bed.
I've been to most places that I'm interested in going.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I feel
Thank you for having me on.
Oh,
Hi,
thank you
everybody.
for being here.
I hope you enjoyed the show tonight.
Yes. Well, we're going to enjoy your speech. We love your entire body of work and just continue to love seeing you on screen. So I know this is a Lifetime Achievement Award, but we've got so much more life left to live, and we're excited to see you do it.
Thank you. I think I've got a lot of life left to live too. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Most definitely. We'll
Have a
enjoy
great
your
night.
evening. All right. I'll make sure you get down here.
There he is. Belle of the ball there.
Oh my God.
And an icon.
Icon. And Julia Dreyfus, I love that they're friends.
Yeah.
Got to go listen to that podcast or watch that podcast.
I know.
I love it.
She was like, I don't know if it's audio
More
or video.
people consume their podcast on YouTube now than
That's
they
true.
do on like Apple Music. So
That is true.
My husband works in my husband works in podcasting, so I'm well familiar. Speaking of work husbands, let's go to work husbands. Let's go down to Gerrad and Bronwyn down on the other platform.
Indeed. Okay, so look, here's the thing. Tonight we have been asking lots of folks as they come through about what they're wearing, some really fantastic stuff, and we've even seen Down with Patrick and Janine as well. But the question that we haven't asked yet is this look. Bronwyn, tell us about yours.
Of course. I'm wearing vintage Dior. It's haute couture from the 1960s, 1968.
All right.
I've been joking with everybody. It's older than me, but not my husband.
Yeah, okay.
But I wanted to channel, you know.
And he takes that in good fun, of
he
course.
He does, yes.
Love talk for that. Yeah.
Yes.
Who's it? Jeremy Alden White walking behind us right now. Yes, Chef.
I thought everyone was cheering for my outfit.
They should be. I think they were all cheering yes, Chef. That might have been what that was.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
I got to ask, who do you think so far this award season has really been like knocking it out of the park style-wise?
Sure. We have seen amazing looks this far, but I mean, first and foremost, we know Amelia Perez had some controversy.
What happened? No, I don't.
How much time do you have?
Yeah.
But one thing we can all agree on is Zoe Saldana's fashion has absolutely been killing it. From this Palm Springs International Film Festival back in January. She was in Victoria Beckham. I love this look. The burgundy was so fantastic. But first glance, you kind of just get that beautiful, flowy, kind of off the shoulder look.
There
How
it
confident
is.
she
Yeah.
is with that little behind the shoulder look. And then when you go out to the long shot, you'll see at the bottom it has this beautiful blue textured, kind of like a
right
beading
on
at the
time
bottom.
talking about it there.
Right, there we go. So you get kind of like a 2-for-1 with
Yeah.
this look. I love
that
this.
surprise.
So surprising, beautiful. She was also fantastic at the Golden Globes again in January. She was in Saint Laurent. All of her jewelry was by Cartier.
This is
And I love that. Okay, that's my favorite
stunning.
part. I call it capography. And
Yeah.
that's my favorite part.
Gorgeous.
I love this chocolate brown on her.
Yeah.
Chocolate brown's a big trend for fall.
okay.
We're seeing it on a lot of
All right.
runways this February. So you heard it with Zoe Saldana first. Chocolate brown is
she's
everything.
beautiful in this.
She looks
Like,
absolutely
she is
so
wearing it.
confident.
It is not wearing her.
No,
Yeah.
she looks beautiful. And then, of course, I loved her Critics' Choice Awards look in February. This was also a Saint Laurent
So
look.
cool.
And for me, if the carpet's not going to be red, then the dress absolutely should. And this is a beautiful color for her.
Yeah.
I just feel like she looks so powerful, so
Look at that
confident.
open back there too.
I
That's
love
so
the little
cool.
bow
Yeah, that black-
detailing, the choker. This to me is just a knockout.
It's
Every part of
gorgeous.
it is beautiful.
Yeah. Who else this season?
Okay, well, we'd be remiss not to talk about Miss Baby Girl herself, Nicole Kidman.
yeah.
Let's look at some of the looks she's also worn. Palm Springs International Film Festival. This is bespoke Loewe. And what I love about this is that it's beautiful and you just get such a gorgeous line off of the corset and skirt. But up close, that corset is actually made out of mother of pearl. The hand craftsmanship on this, the idea behind it, everything is just so one of a kind, beautiful. To me, it's real Hollywood glamour.
Yeah.
It's very Nicole
and she
Kidman.
It looks like she feels gorgeous in it. You know what I mean? Like
And I
it
can't imagine what it
elevated-
feels like to
right?
wear a mother of pearl corset,
yeah.
but
It's
she
gorgeous.
makes it look good.
Yeah, indeed.
I also loved her at the Golden Globes in custom Balenciaga. This to me is just Golden Globes perfection. She looks sexy, she looks regal. You can tell when she turns and she has that little backless moment that she's kind of feeling
Right there.
herself. There you go, yes. A little nod to Baby Girl and her character. character.
Yeah. Well, can I tell you, when she walked by on that red carpet, I stopped. Like, it just had to jaw
Took
picking
your breath
up off
away.
the carpet. Yeah. Anyway, last
Which
one.
is what you're going for always
Right,
with a look
right.
like that.
Yeah.
Lastly, at the Critics' Choice Awards, she was in a suit by Saint Laurent, and this
So
to me
cool.
might be her most beautiful look, just because I can see that it's so effortless. She is so. I love again this kind of homage to her character in Baby Girl, this subversive, masculine, feminine take on fashion
Yeah.
and dressing. She just looks so easy, but like every inch the star that she is, I love that look.
Easy but powerful too. It's a really cool
Absolutely.
look. Yep. Who else are you loving this season?
It's not only the ladies.
Okay,
Coleman Domingo was everything, especially last
Always.
week at
Yeah.
the BAFTAs, was just unbelievable. This all Versace look, the leather, the gloves. I love that the lining matches the shirt. You know, Coleman talks a lot about sometimes doing a more subdued look,
Yep.
but this was not one of his more
No, not at
subdued
all.
looks,
Not at
and he
all.
looked unbelievable in it. Again, we saw a great look on him at the Costume Designers Guild Awards. He was in all Balmain, and this to me
Wow.
is a red carpet royalty.
Kind of like it's such a sculptured look too.
Yeah, the tailoring, the architectural design, and then, you know, you and I were talking earlier, I love a pocket watch on a
Yes.
man. I think it's
Yeah.
a really fabulous look. I love, in fact, instead that he's done this belt with the chain detailing. Just every bit of this is just 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
Okay, and
All
we
right.
talked a little bit about Chocolate Brown,
Yeah, with
so
Zoe,
you know that Coleman was also a style star in this. It's a boss suit that he had on, head to toe,
Look at that.
monochromatic look. Look at this. And this is one of the things I love about a
Yeah.
monochromatic look is that you really focus on the texture and
Yep.
the layering and just
Yeah.
this to me, I kind of hate the term quiet luxury, but if you're gonna do quiet luxury, that's the way to do
No,
it.
it's so cool. Like you said, the textures. There's some glossy, there's some matte, and it all goes
Yes.
so well together. He knocks it out of the park every single
Every time.
All right, I'm going to guess who Patrick and Janine have with them also looks stunning. Let's go back to them and see who they're talking to right now.
Absolutely stunning.
Yeah, look at that.
Kieran Culkin in Chocolate Brown as well. He literally just changed after he saw Coleman
Yeah,
Domingo
guess
on
who
there.
wore it better? Like, that's so embarrassing right now. I wish I was in my fucking pajamas right now.
I'm sure many people here wish they were in their pajamas right now.
Because Coleman, I think he just had a meeting. He just gathered a bunch of people around and said, by the way, I want to look the best. I want to look better than everyone all the time. And they just went, yeah, screw it. We're going to give you that. You know what'll be a real laugh is let's put Kieran in a similar colored suit and show him right after. That'll be good for a laugh.
You are wearing this Christian Dior and you're wearing it well, okay?
It's nice, but I'm no Coleman. Let's get real.
Well, that's fair, but you are your own man and a real pain.
It's a nice way to put it. Okay, go ahead.
No, we actually were just talking about your film earlier when we saw you actually walking. We were commenting on your suit and how good it looked, so you were
nice.
getting the same treatment.
All right, cool.
And we were just saying how this performance, like, you guys just go there. Like, there's the comedy and there's the normal level of drama, and then it just like it gets guttural. Like my mom called me after seeing your movie and was just
really?
like, that in a good way, that was a lot.
Okay, yeah. I'm glad you prefaced it with that. Yeah.
Yes.
That was a lot. Why'd you make me watch that? Yeah.
But I just want to know about you in familial situations. Like, there is something that is just a through line for you. Like,
Yeah, my mom used to say when I was a kid, she goes, how come whenever there's a script about a dysfunctional family, they always come to us? Why does the mic so close to me? Is this really that
ASMR.
necessary? Why? Is it shoving it up my face? Yeah, I don't know. Also, but what's a functional family? Aren't they all? Oh, you probably have one, don't you? You have like parents. that
we have our days.
Okay. So I love the switch off. See, that's how you hold the mic. This shit. Wow.
ASMR. It's
There's
ASMR.
Purell over there. That's what it's for. You're gonna need to change that. Are we getting anything accomplished?
We
cut us
are.
short.
I think we are.
Okay.
We are.
Speaking of family, this is a big acting family. Are there people that you're excited to run into tonight that you haven't seen in a while?
I don't know. I haven't thought of that.
Anyone you're hoping to?
I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of great actors here, so yeah, that'll be fun.
Are you gonna
That's
dance? Are you gonna dance at the gala?
Does anyone dance?
I do.
This one they do.
I do.
Oh, really?
This one they do. They actually
Yeah.
party.
The wife isn't here tonight, so that's usually what will get my butt off the
Two-step.
chair.
All right,
Usually-
Janine's gonna come find you.
Okay, find me. Let's dance.
Yeah.
Let's go do the
Just
thing. Leave the mic though.
There you go.
leave
Or,
the mic.
or I don't know.
Don't
At the
worry.
after party.
enough.
My
Yeah.
aggressive mic will not be there. Don't
Thank
worry.
you. Thank you.
Well,
Thank
and
you
Back
so
to
much.
you and the blah blah blah.
Thank you, Kieran.
Thanks.
Oh my gosh. True to form, I love him.
Amazing, amazing. All right, let's go down to the other platform with Gerrad and Bronwyn.
All right now we are with Max Greenfield, star of the upcoming Netflix series Running Point, this week, right? It premieres this week?
Yeah, Thursday, the 27th.
Thursday, it is coming up quickly. Here's my question about that. Your co-star.
Great.
Well, obviously. Is it good or bad? Yeah. Kate Hudson is your co-star in this, and I feel like you and I might be about the same age, and I have to imagine, when I was younger, I never would have imagined being in anything with Kate Hudson. Like, is it that kind of like moment?
I had worked with Mindy Kaling before because it's Mindy's show, and Ike Barinholtz and Dave Stassen are running it, and they had called me and they said, hey, do you want to be a part of the show? And I knew a little bit about it, and they had said, Kate Hudson. I said, I'm in.
That's it.
And that's all. I didn't even know what I knew. Like, the Lakers were involved, and I was like, does my character have the ability to make trades? And they said no.
That would have been my first question too, as an NBA lover. So yes.
Yeah, but Kate is phenomenal in that show. She's such a movie star.
She's so funny too.
Yeah, and she's everything. And then she flashes the smile, and you're like, you see mom, and then it's a whole thing. Yeah. And you got to really like check yourself in scenes with her. But she's incredible. I felt very lucky to be a part of it.
I must admit, over the past few months, weeks, my roommate and I have been doing a rewatch of New Girl.
How's it going?
And no, it's great. We're done. Like, that show, is
your roommate 23?
No, not at all. I won't say his age. We're the same age. But no, that show, I mean, as you look back on that, and by the way, you're welcome for the residuals, but but as you look back on that show, is there just a moment, a season, an episode that is just unforgettable still to this day?
Just all of it.
Really?
Yeah. It's really like, you know, when we reconnect, or especially now that it's been, I don't know, 7, 8 years, whatever it is. When you think back at that time and that experience, you really feel a nostalgia for it. And I had Justin Long, who did a couple episodes of the show. He was just on The Neighborhood, and so we reconnected and we got to play around. And I was like, oh man, this is what it was like a little bit. Yeah. And you miss it. You miss it.
Right. Well, and I was going to say too, you mentioned The Neighborhood. Being able to like juggle a couple of different comedies at the same time, were you going back and forth, or were like you were done with one and then got to go off and film the other? How'd that work out?
Yeah, I was really lucky. Neighborhood ended last year, and I was able to jump on Running Point, which was great.
It's a great way to do it. Not we hear sometimes people having to like switch back and forth between characters.
Two very different
absolutely
things.
Not. Yeah, no. Season finale coming up in a couple weeks for The Neighborhood, right?
Yeah, for sure. Really excited.
This is the end of season 7.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you had already had a nice run with something like New Girl. Did you ever have that feeling of like, will I get on a show that goes just as long, and now you've actually surpassed it?
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's left for me to do next is some sort of Real Housewives.
Okay, well, how do you feel about the snow? You want to come to Salt Lake City? I mean, we'd take you.
Right. What does your wife think about cold weather?
Did they ever try to do like a Real House Husband?
I mean, my husband might be the favorite husband on Salt Lake. Come to Salt Lake.
Yeah, there was something along those lines, and it didn't last very long. But they didn't have a personality as good as you.
Maybe they need a comedy writer behind it. Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't a good idea. I don't know.
No, that's true. But no, I mean that could be a fun, cool thing to do.
Iconic.
Yeah. By the way, yes.
Yes. Can we talk about your tuxedo tonight, please? I love a shawl collar. Is there a stylist behind the looks? Are you behind the looks? Is there a story? Walk me through your process getting ready.
This is a Tom Ford tuxedo.
Beautiful.
It is my only tuxedo.
Okay.
It will be my only tuxedo unless something happens to it, in which case I will be devastated, and there will be no other tuxedo. And then I'm just gonna wear shorts and a t-shirt.
Ooh, I like. Okay, well, Tom Brown's really made the short suit cool, so you might be onto something there.
I know. I have friends who swear by Tom Brown, and I get it, but I don't think that's totally my vibe.
Okay, well, if you're gonna only have one tuxedo, making it a Tom Ford is the right call. You look
really
phenomenal. Nice. You also look like you just feel so comfortable. You're at ease. Told us we could ask you anything as you approached. I love that.
Tonight,
Thank you.
Well, speaking of Ask Me Anything, we've got lots of questions coming in from the fans. No, I'm kidding. There are no fan questions. But no, who are you excited to see here tonight? Have you already seen some of those people you were excited about?
I saw Ted Danson, which was
Ted Danson. There's Demi Moore. I mean, the crowd going wild over here for Demi Moore.
That's pretty exciting. Excited to see.
Honestly, I kind of love her little dog. Do you follow her little dog's Instagram?
Is the dog with her?
Adventures with her. She doesn't have him tonight.
Is the dog nominated?
I mean,
should
the
be.
dog should be nominated as best
Maybe if she wins, the
accessory.
dog goes on
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, but she's stopping over there. All right.
Fantastic.
You said you saw Ted Danson.
Yes.
Like a comedy hero.
Yeah, and I got a chance to work with his wife Mary this past summer, who was incredible, who I love.
Yeah.
And Ted, Ted, like they don't leave each other. So
No,
like
they do everything together.
He was on set a lot,
Oh,
and
that's
they got to hang out with him, and I can't say enough about them. They're incredible people, and I love
Lovely people indeed. Well, thanks so much for stopping by. Congrats on the success of everything. So many shows. So, yeah, have fun. Have fun in there. All right, take care.
Okay.
Patrick.
Wow.
All right. Well, Patrick and Janine, what's going on down there? So we still see a crowd from our end down here as we look way
Still
down
cheers
the
for
line.
Janine. Yeah.
Everyone's excited. I don't know if it's because Demi Moore just walked by. In this gorgeous look.
Yeah.
I mean,
Black leather.
just sexy. And then she stopped, of course, and had a chat with Jane Fonda.
Because how can you not?
It was so great.
Yeah, it was so great. I see Gillian Anderson here. David Duchovny is also a presenter tonight, so they have not formally announced it, but I'm assuming that we're going to have an X-Files moment. You're going to see Gillian walking by in just a moment in a
there she
black
is.
and white floral. Looking fantastic.
Who have you guys seen that you were just so excited about?
Well, when Cynthia popped on with you two, our jaws dropped.
We were obsessed with that outfit.
It's as stunning and cool in person as it seemed on camera here.
Truly.
Yeah. It looked like it was woven. Yeah, it looked like it was woven. It felt like it had a little bit of like scarecrow texture, like the straw coming out.
Texture. It looked like money, honestly. It looked like
that too. Money. Danielle Detweiler, who you two had earlier, she's right behind us right now in that tiered red, gorgeous number.
Should we call a favorite look for me already tonight? It might be early, but that's a contender for sure.
Yeah, look at that right there. She is gorgeous.
Looks so fantastic. The structural element to that is just unbelievable. The shoes, everything.
Yes. Jamie Lee Curtis, too, when she came by earlier, this full black dress with a ton of feathers up around the neck. Oh, she looks gorgeous.
Everyone went for it. I really appreciate that.
We are right by a hype squad, and they are doing their job. They are hyping every person who walks in over here by us.
Oh my God. Is it
for Danielle Detweiler.
Is it Jennifer Hudson's TV crew?
Oh, right, yeah, down the line.
I'm finally just getting to see that red look in person. It's everything.
Those shoes, too.
Oh, and there's Timothée.
Timothée Chalamet. Oh, he's going bright with the green there.
Green.
So he did a bolo.
We talked about bolo ties earlier.
Yeah, I almost wore a brooch up top but I thought it looked too much like a bolo. I was like, that's not. But it's part of the full look with him.
It's a full look here.
It's giving folk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and Demi both in
black leather. Yeah. You know what black leather pants remind me of? The episode of Friends where Ross has the mishap on the date and it turns into a whole mess. That's all I think of with black leather pants.
Just now when we were talking about the one Tom Ford tuxedo, unless something happens to it, I thought of the Friends episode where they have the vomit tux also. So Friends has an episode for every single scenario on this red carpet.
They do for sure. We have Adrian Brody, I see in the distance, who always looks dapper. By the way, he's someone who can just wear, I don't want to say a simple tuxedo, but a classic tuxedo, traditional, and he looks killer in it all the time. So maybe I'm a little jealous. I'll admit it right here. That's fine. A little envy's okay every now and then, right? A lot of.
I just saw Gillian Anderson walk by. The black and white beading was beautiful on her dress. The net, was gorgeous.
Taylor Perez came through earlier. That guy, I mean, like model good looks, of course, and he looks stunning in everything he wears as well. There's Timmy right there going by.
Wow.
Timmy. All right, that hype crowd over here.
Okay, I like the black leather and the cowboy boots in person so much as it walked by.
Yeah, it kind of eats. Yep. Adrian Brody looking fantastic. Here's Jane Fonda coming by. Oh, and joining us right now, one of my favorite people in the world, Paul W. Downs, creator, star of the Emmy and Golden Globe winning Hacks. congratulations on everything that's been going on the past year.
Can we just take a moment to talk about your looks? You guys look great.
Oh,
thank you so much. His lapel pin is kind of everything. I'm obsessed with your pin
I mean,
too.
my pin doesn't hold a candle to your lapel pin.
I love it. I love it.
And I'll pay you later. Thank you. Paul, you guys have been very busy at work filming season 4. I believe some folks are still somewhere filming season 4. I know, but you'll kill me if I say it, right?
I'm so jet lagged because I just got in at 1 a.m.
You just got back from that place?
This is your time. Say
you know
it.
What? I won't kill you. I'll fall asleep.
Oh.
I'll just say it's an international location.
That's correct.
Where season 4 goes for reasons that everyone will find out about when the new season premieres at a date that we can't actually say.
No, but I can say it's sooner than you think.
Oh.
I can't wait.
What can you tell us? You got more episodes this time, is that right?
We do. We have 10 episodes.
Okay, you keep inching up every season, which makes me think more story, more to explore. What does having that extra episode mean this season in particular? What did you get to do with it?
You know, we usually don't have a fixed number of episodes because we really base it on how much story we want to tell, or how many episodes the season requires. And this season we had a lot of story, and yeah, it makes it harder when you have more, but I think it's really worth it.
Okay.
We can't wait to see.
No, I know. I'm so excited for that. I mean, do I have to disclose that I was on the show? So I'm not I need to disclose out of all fairness, not that I'm like playing favorites here, but it's a fantastic show. Yeah, playing myself with a microphone
fair.
like
There
this.
you
Yeah,
go.
that's all it was.
And it was absolutely lifelike. It was well observed.
It was. It's shocking how well he can play himself on
let
camera.
me tell you, it took some lessons just to be able to pull that off. No, I want to ask because we've been talking about fashion.
We've been talking looks all night.
This watch, hold on, don't cover it up.
Yes,
That rose.
When we started talking about your brooch earlier, I wanted to hear, is there a story behind this watch?
You know, there is. Britt and Kara Elkin, my stylist, placed it on me today. And I said, yeah, I'll do it.
New is a good story. I'm fine with that story.
That's it. That's
But I love that you're actually doing no jacket too. Was that a choice? I mean, like, did you have it on and you said screw it?
So because I was shooting out of town, I didn't really have time to do a fitting or a tailor. So we got some very fantastic brands to help us out, and also it's kind of a. Do you remember when Sharon Stone wore like a dress shirt of her husband?
Yes, of course.
It's a little bit from my closet. It's a little bit from a couple brands. It's a little bit of a mishmash that we put together at, no joke, 1 a.m. last night.
Okay, but see, nobody needed to know any of that. I wouldn't have said I didn't have time for tailoring. I would have said it's effortless, it's giving easy, it's giving lived in. I think it's a great look.
It's still giving evening, right?
It's giving evening. And I have a feeling we're going to see on the remainder of the award shows this year that a lot of people are opting for no jacket now that you've gone for it. You're starting
just a trendsetter.
Call
right
it
here.
here. You're setting a trend.
Thank you.
Who needs to make time for tailoring when you look this good without it?
I've been doing it for years. I've been doing it for years, guys. I started iced coffee. Okay.
There you go.
I'm kidding. I started iced coffee and no one gives me credit, so thank you.
Yeah.
I love it.
Maybe I'll just take my jacket off
Just
right
take
now.
yours off right now.
No, these
but I like
sequins
to
hurt
too.
actually.
Wow.
They will catch.
Well, that's the price.
Bite.
That's the price of fashion.
I also went no jacket tonight, so I love that we were of one mind here.
Yeah, really good. Really good.
Okay. I'm gonna bring it back around to hacks. Okay.
Here we
Loves
go.
hacks. Tell us more.
The gotcha question's coming.
Well, yeah. Okay. So we know there's an international location. We're not going to explain why, but things pick up immediately in the aftermath of the season 3 finale. That big holy F moment.
Yes.
Season 3, I felt like was a game changer for Ava, but also for Hannah Einbinder, who, like, gave a performance like I've never seen out of her. That continues into season 4.
Oh yeah, Ava is a changed woman. Because when you double-cross Deborah Vance, there's no turning back. And Hannah is unbelievable. She is so good. She is so good. And they just keep getting better. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, even Jean. I mean, Jean is a national treasure. And I'm telling you, we're in the edit. We're like, she's even better. She's getting better. It's crazy. It's crazy. I think the more that they live in the characters, they inhabit the characters, the better they get.
Yeah. Well, and you guys have such a fun set too. We just had the entire Defying Gravity battle cry right here for Cynthia. You see right there from the hype crowd over here. Paul, have you seen Wicked?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was the gotcha
You
moment.
had to remember.
I thought you were gonna. I thought you meant like the Broadway show.
Oh, yeah.
The movie, of course. I never saw it when it was on Broadway, even though I lived in New York for a long time when it was still there.
Yeah. Well, she's phenomenal, and I'm glad the hype crowd over here is giving her due. Well, we
I
cannot.
can't wait to hear what they sing for you when
I know,
you walk
when you-
past the hype
yeah.
crowd.
There needs to be a Hacks theme song.
I'm loving it. No, that's I can't do that.
Yeah, well, they might. They'll have to pay for it. Paul, it's always a pleasure to see you. I'm sure I will see you very soon. Hope you have fun in there tonight.
Such a
Good luck.
pleasure.
And
Thank you.
Also, hope you get some sleep very soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Me too.
No more jet lag for you.
Okay, take care. Okay, who are they cheering for now?
Brooke
Brooke Shields, of all people.
I
Yes.
mean, that dress deserves all of the commotion
it
they're
sure does.
giving
It
it.
sure
She
does.
looks
What
fantastic.
oh yeah, there's some of the metallic
Yes.
you were talking about earlier.
We've seen
so
a
you
lot
called
of that
it.
metallic
Some of the
tonight.
trends you were talking about, we saw it on Cynthia, we saw it right there on Brooke Shields, some others who I'm kind of forgetting at the moment. But
Cynthia kind of gave a little bit of everything. I was talking about
She did,
dramatic
right?
sleeves,
Yeah.
metallic. She had that singed waist. So I appreciate her rounding out all of my trends.
Did you wait? Was it like I feel like now maybe you
We're on a
did you
group
know what
text
she was?
together.
I know. I was gonna say, did
I
you know
wish
what she
we
was?
were. I
no.
wish.
Okay. Who else? We were talking earlier about people we saw who we've absolutely loved, and Timothy Chalamet came through. We weren't sure how that was reading on camera, but then seeing him walk by in person, he is fully embodying that
was
look, and
so
that's
cool.
the key to all fashion, right?
Absolutely.
You got to be into what you're wearing, and he very much is.
Well, and I love when we see an actor during award season kind of embodying the character that they are playing. I got a real, I can't say that I've ever seen Bob Dylan in a lime green shirt and a black leather suit.
Don't think we ever will.
And absolutely never will. But I love that he was giving a real rock star energy.
Yeah.
And for me, that's a good enough callback to the character that he's playing, which is
Right.
so interesting, so much fun.
Yeah.
So I loved that. The more it walked past, the more I was like,
Right.
maybe he could give me like a whole runway turn, and give me a second walk, right? I could have done the whole thing.
Yeah,
It was everything.
he seemed a little embarrassed by the hype crowd going on over
The
here.
hype crowd here. It's interesting who responds to the hype crowd and who's kind of like, oh, it's too much.
Right, yeah. Quinta Brunson was like dancing as they were singing. But yeah, it's a lot of fun down here.
Great.
You were talking about Timothy Chalamet kind of embodying that Bob Dylan look on the carpet. Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande have also both done that a lot throughout the press tour.
Their Wicked
for
press
Wicked.
tour,
The way they really took the greens and the pinks and kind of made it their own, but made
Absolutely.
it fashion. It wasn't just costume.
We saw it was. Thank you for that little, nod. Costume and couture very different.
Yes, indeed.
Although I do love both.
Yeah.
We also saw it with Margot Robbie during the Barbie press tour,
Right,
pulling
yeah.
out so many vintage Barbie
Yeah.
looks, recreating them for herself, and I actually love that. I think it's a great way to continue that character all the way through award season, especially like Cynthia and Ariana, who we're never going to get away from the two of them in Wicked, and
No.
I don't want to.
No,
It's
we have a
everything.
whole other press tour for the second
We have
film
a second movie
to come.
coming.
So now I'm kind of like, how are they going to top themselves with their fashion as they go through that entire journey together? Maybe it will be darker because we know the film is darker.
I
so
think we're gonna
the
take a
fashion,
different bend.
Yeah, the fashion might reflect that as well. We've got Ray Fiennes right here behind us. Is he coming over? Ray Fiennes is going to come over. I'm actually did not expect this, and I'm dying a little bit right now.
And there's
Ray Fiennes
Coleman.
coming to me.
There's our guy.
Ray Fiennes, how are you? Gerrad Hall from Entertainment Weekly, Bronwyn.
Nice
It is a
to
great
meet
pleasure. Congratulations on everything about around this film. Last week at the BAFTAs, lots of accolades bestowed upon all of you there. This film, I talked to you. Gosh, I guess when the film came out, I get the sense sometimes that. Not that roles are easy for you because you're such a fantastic actor but it's just that you make things look easy. But where would you put this guy, your character in this, on like a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of difficulty level and finding him and figuring out how you wanted, like what was your in and everything?
I think it's a part I felt intuitively close to, the spirit of Lawrence. I can't say more than that. There are some parts where you go, oh, that's a long way from me, but I want to be there because it's so great.
Right.
With this role of Cardinal Lawrence, I felt, oh no, I feel close to this man and his anxieties and his challenges. It still means that you've got to be inside something on a set, and it's never, I can never say it's never easy, because getting to the truth, getting to that nebulous thing of what is that moment, you should never anticipate it. So you've got to be open to the moments with the other actors. So, but I did feel an instinctive affinity to Lawrence, I suppose.
Watching this film, and so many people I know who've seen it and loved it, the thing we talk about is how, this is a story that you don't think would have you on the edge of your seat the way that it does. There's such a almost thriller aspect to it. But did you feel any of that when you were filming, or do you feel like that was all a product of post-production?
Oh no, I felt there was definitely scenes of, in the mode of the investigator who's confronting people who are, in a way, suspects or that have things to hide. It's that tension that you get in any thriller, any detective series. I kept thinking of the Le Carré character, George Smiley, who often is confronting people who puts them under pressure. So when you're playing those scenes, they have to have a tension in them. Yeah.
It's done so well.
Can I ask a question about wardrobe on the set? Did you feel like that contributed? I know you said you felt a closeness. Was getting into all of the papal robes, was that like a big part of for you?
Oh, it makes you feel different.
Of course.
The way they hang on you in a certain way. You're forced to. They encourage you to move in a certain way.
Absolutely. I can imagine when you put all of that on, the pageantry, the ceremony of putting those robes on, that it does transport you into being the character.
It does, yeah.
Amazing.
And nice because you don't have to there aren't a lot of wardrobe fittings. There's really just one thing.
Just the robes.
Yeah, we had a lot of wardrobe fittings. I mean, yes, they had to be right.
Sure,
of course. Yeah. Anyway,
well,
thank you.
It's fantastic work. Congrats on that. Congrats on all the accolades so far. And have a great night tonight. Yeah, pleasure. Thanks so much. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Beautiful. Wow.
All right. So
is it weird? I wanted to ask him about, the hat and Rihanna. I kind of wanted his opinion on Rihanna's Met Gala look. You know what I mean?
I wonder if he saw that. And of course, there's all kinds of drama going on right now in the Vatican with the Pope being hospitalized. So, we're going to toss it back to Patrick and Janine right now and see who they've got.
Y'all.
We're here, man. We are just taking in all of this. We've seen so much. I have to tell you about Zoe Saldana's cold shoulder, I'm going to call it, because she had ice just completely all around her shoulder in this black column velvet number. It was so amazing. You guys were doing such great work down there talking, but I was like, yes. And speaking of black velvet.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my. Hi, girl. How are you?
How are you, darling? Good to see you.
I have to tell you, you inspired me to even try a new hair color because you rock it.
We have to, it's so awesome to try something new because I like to change up my hair, long, length, short, whatever it is. But I'm like, the color, I'm living with it.
You are loving it. You are doing it. And I saw you on stage last night at the NAACP Image Awards. Entertainer of the Year. How does that feel?
It's such an honor, especially because of all the work that the NAACP has done for our community, for them to honor me and for my peers to, leave me with that award. It just is awesome. It's, I have immense gratitude, to be honest.
We were chatting with Cynthia earlier tonight right here, and she was just gushing about how much it meant to her that you shouted her out. We got a little song from you.
Oh my God. Well, I love Cynthia. I've loved her since I think I first saw her in Harriet, and I was just like, she is such an incredible actress. The way that she plays her vulnerability with so much pride, and I think she did the same thing in Wicked, and she's just awesome. I live for her, happy for everything happening with her this year as well.
But she's just as happy for you, and that's what's beautiful about these moments, that you're able to celebrate each other.
It's so true, whether it's the SAG Awards where your peers are here, or NAACP where your community, I just think it's important when we're trying to move forward and get so much that we also take a minute to say, hey, I'm happy for where you come,
Yeah. Well, I have to ask, when was the last time you had one of them days?
Oh my God.
We love the movie. We love seeing how wild and crazy it is. And you always look flawless, but tell me about one of them days and how'd you get through it?
I always have one of them days, to be honest. And what I mean by that is just when things don't go the way you planned, especially as a mom, you're trying to make sure everything goes good with your baby. My son had a birthday party earlier today.
Oh, wow.
And so I was just trying to figure out everything. It's a lot. But you know what you do? You just say, hey, I got to roll with it. Like the movie. You roll with it and you come out on the side of something that you didn't expect.
Absolutely.
The movie is so funny. I hope you wore this to the birthday party.
I did.
Oh, yeah.
This is the kid's birthday party. Yes. I love it. We'll have so much fun in there. It's so great to see you.
I'll see you. Thank you so much, guys. Bye-bye.
All
Kiki
right,
Palmer.
let's go
Just
back.
a joy.
Just a joy. Also a joy is Gerrad and Bronwyn. Let's go back down there.
Oh, well, yeah, thank you so much. Kiki looks absolutely phenomenal, and huge congrats to her on winning NAACP Entertainer of the Year award last night. That's huge. But anyway, the SAG Awards, red carpet. This one, we've seen it certainly today. It has such a distinctive style. It's polished, it's chic. Everyone is like they're ready to show up and show and look phenomenal for their fellow actors, which all got me really thinking, Bronwyn, for you, what are some of your favorite or best all-time SAG Awards looks?
Oh, wow. Okay, hard to choose. I would have to say...
A lot of years of SAG.
Yeah, a lot of years of SAG. My favorite is probably from last year, Rachel Brosnahan. She was in Tamara Ralph. She was nominated for her leading role in The Marvelous Miss Maisel.
What even is that?
She did not win,
beautiful.
but honestly, first of all, she looks like a statuette. You know, she looks like the statue herself. So, and this dress is a winner for me. I'm obsessed with it. The pleating, the tears, that beautiful collar, neckline. She looks absolutely phenomenal in this.
It's a piece of art.
Yes. Oh, it
Really,
truly is. This
it's
is couture at a different level. It's great.
Well, you know, the thing is, she loves fashion. She also just opened up during New York Fashion Week about her aunt, the late Kate Spade, how she is her biggest fashion inspiration. And when, you know, when it's so personal for her, fashion is.
It absolutely is, and it's super sweet. I also grew up loving Kate Spade, and what is really important to me is when there's an impact, when the fashion has a story behind it.
Kiki Palmer coming by right now. That's what's going on here. Yeah, all right, who's next?
Okay, so let's go way back in time, SAG history, 15 years ago. Diane Kruger, everyone's gonna remember this look when they see it. 2010 SAG Awards, she was in Jason Wu. Honestly, nominated for her supporting role in Inglourious Bastards, did not win, but the cast won for best performance, so that counts.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, this is my favorite SAG Awards look of all time.
It's gorgeous.
I modeled my first wedding dress after this.
Really?
I feel like this just spurred a whole genre and, you know, new era of girls wanting to wear marigold, maybe with that red lip, that you know, her beautiful skin tone in there. This was just, I remember this being so show-stopping, trend-setting. I think about this look once a month still, to this day. I mean, 14, 15 years later.
It's gorgeous. It feels very timeless.
It absolutely does. That ruching on the bodice and the off-the-shoulder asymmetrical was just picture perfect.
Yeah, like how you're wearing something from the 60s. In 30 years from now, someone else might be wearing that dress. They'll pull it out of the vault.
We can only hope, right?
Exactly, yeah. Who else you got for us?
Next has to be Lupita Nyong'o. She can do no wrong in my look, in my book. She is absolutely a style icon.
That color.
This is the 2014 SAG Awards in Gucci. She won that year for her supporting role in 12 Years a Slave. And this, for me, again, much like the look we just talked about, was a real first for color on the red carpet in terms of, you know, this turquoise, this absolutely bright blue. I think this really, we talk a lot about that moment in Devil Wears Prada where they talk about the cerulean blue and how it starts here and it trickles all the way down. For me, anything after, you know, this year that anybody did in this blue, I believe this is the inception moment for it. It came from this look, 1,000%.
Yeah, turquoise is not a color you see very often on red carpets.
But it is stunning when it's done
beautiful.
right, which that's the prime example of.
Yeah, she did it right. You have any more favorites?
I loved Emma Stone back in 2017. This was the year of La La Land. She won lead actress, and she was an Alexander McQueen. I love this. This is McQueen to a T for me. You kind of have the draping with the lace underneath. I think this is so beautiful. She looks like a starlet. She has star power, but it also kind of looks comfortable and edgy and effortless. All words that maybe don't always describe me, but I wish they did, honestly.
You know, Alexander McQueen is one of those designers. I couldn't really look at a lot of designers and know, like, oh, that is this design. But Alexander McQueen, you know, and she looks great in it. Okay, I'm going to put you on the spot. Last one. We have time for just one more. Who's going to take that award?
I would have to say Lady Gaga, 2019 SAG Awards. This is a Dior look, nominated for her leading role in A Star Is Born. Again, most of my, maybe I shouldn't love people's looks because then they have a tendency not to win that year. You keep wishing them good good luck tonight, and I will not like their outfit.
Okay.
But for me, this was a show-stopping look, especially for Gaga, because we always expect such an avant-garde, really elevated, very different look for her. And for me, this really just showed simple is kind of always elegant and best. This all-white. You and I talked earlier about that Angelina Jolie leg, right?
If Angelina Jolie did not trademark that, the Angelina Jolie leg,
it was a missed opportunity.
It really was.
For sure.
Yeah, but she's working it right here, Lady Gaga.
As edgy and different as Lady Gaga always looks, I think in this she looks classic, she looks beautiful. It's just a very simple version of Lady Gaga.
Hollywood glamour. Yeah, she actually is such a beautiful woman, and a look like that just exemplifies it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, our time is about to wrap up here on the carpet. As you can see, it is really cleared out quite a bit. Last couple people.
Hype Squad is quiet over here.
The Hype Squad is gone. The awards are starting pretty soon. So I think that means it is the perfect time for a little toast. Patrick, Janine, I hope you will join us.
Yes, I think it's a great idea. We're very ready. We're very ready. But we're also very excited to head inside and see who takes home tonight's statuettes.
Yes, a big thank you to Gerrad Hall and Bronwyn Newport for joining us on the red carpet. And we'll see you at the People and Audi Post Awards Gala. We're excited to eat food by Momofuku's David Chang. Oh, so good. And we'll be drinking more of this Cooper's Hawk sparkling wine.
Yes, and thank you to all of you who watched People in Entertainment Weekly's Red Carpet Live. You can head over to Netflix for the 31st Annual Screen Actors Guild Award, streaming live right now.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. Cheers, everyone. That's some good bubbly right there.